My girlfriend said I'm in witness protection, can't tell you my real name or past. For 3 months, I'd respected her safety. Then I found her real Facebook with 10 years of normal life. When there was no witness protection, just a woman hiding from child support payments. I, 29 male, still feel like an idiot typing this out. Met Melody 3 months ago at this coffee shop I go to. She was reading some crime novel. We got talking, hit it off. Pretty standard meet-cute stuff. Second date, she drops this bomb on me. Says she needs to be honest about something important. Tells me she's in witness protection. Like, actual federal witness protection program. New identity. Can't talk about her past, the whole deal. I testified against some really dangerous people, she said. Showed me what looked like official documents with government seals and everything. The marshals relocated me. Gave me a new name. I can't have social media, can't contact anyone from my old life. I know it's a lot. I was blown away. Here's this woman who did the right thing, and now she's paying for it. Living in hiding, can't have a normal life. Felt awful for her. Told her I understood, that I'd respect her boundaries, and I did. For 3 whole months. Never pushed about her past. Never questioned why she had 0 online presence. Never asked about her family or where she grew up. She said she couldn't talk about it, and I respected that. She stayed at my place most nights. Said her apartment was temporary housing through the program, and she wasn't comfortable bringing me there yet. Made sense. I wasn't going to push someone in witness protection to compromise their safety. Money was always tight for her. She worked part-time at some clothing store, said the marshals helped set it up, but the pay sucked. I covered most of our dates, bought groceries, helped with her phone bill once when she said the program stipend was late. She was always grateful, said she hated depending on anyone. Then last week I was on my laptop and she'd used it earlier to check her email. Started typing in the search bar and the history autofilled. Facebook, Melody Hartwell. That stopped me cold. Melody Hartwell was the name she told me, but she said she couldn't have social media. It wasn't safe. I clicked it. Profile picture was definitely her. Hundreds of friends. The profile went back years, like 10 years of posts and photos. No witness protection program in existence lets you keep an active Facebook profile for a decade. That's literally the opposite of witness protection. My stomach just dropped. I sat there staring at this profile trying to make sense of it. Maybe it was old and she forgot to delete it, but there were recent posts. Comments from friends from a few days ago. Made a fake profile. Took like 15 minutes. Generic name, stock photos. Sent her a friend request. She accepted it within the hour. Scrolled through everything. Normal life stuff. Birthday posts. Photos at restaurants with location tags. College graduation pictures from 2016. Check-ins at bars and concerts. Nothing about witness protection. Nothing about hiding or danger. And then I found the photos with kids. 2 different kids, different ages. Her with them at parks, at home, birthday parties. Captions like "my babies" and "love these 2 so much." She had kids. Kids she never mentioned once in 3 months. Found the dad tagged in older photos. Chase Hartwell. They'd been married. You could see where his tags dropped off about 18 months ago. Probably when they split. His profile was public. I know I shouldn't have looked, but I couldn't stop myself. Recent post from a few days before said day 542 of asking Melody for child support. Kids need winter coats, but guess that's not as important as whatever she's spending money on. The comments were brutal. She's been dodging the courts for over a year. She moved again to avoid getting served. Those poor kids. Her own family members commenting about how disappointed they were. Child support. She wasn't in witness protection. She was hiding from child support for her own kids. Everything clicked into place. The fake government documents. The story about not being able to have social media or talk about her past. The tight money situation while I paid for everything. The refusal to let me meet her family or see where she lived. It was all just a cover story, so I wouldn't ask questions. So I wouldn't find out she had 2 kids she abandoned and a court order she was dodging. I felt sick. 3 months of believing her story, being supportive, protecting her secret. And it was all lies. She came over that night like usual. Happy, cheerful, kissed me hello and started talking about her day at work. I let her talk for a bit. Watched her smile and joke around, like everything was normal. Found something interesting today, I said, turning my laptop to face her. Her Facebook profile filled the screen. The color just drained from her face. How did you find that? You used my laptop. It was in the browser history. So witness protection, huh? She tried to say something, but nothing came out. I waited. I can explain, she finally managed. Please do, because I'm looking at 10 years of public Facebook posts, pictures at clubs, location tags, photos with your kids you never mentioned, so explain to me how any of that is witness protection. It's complicated. Is your name actually Melody Hartwell? Yes, but are you in witness protection? Silence. Are you? I pressed. No, she whispered, but I can explain why I said that. Go ahead. She started crying. Chase is awful. He's manipulative and he turned everyone against me. I had to get away from him. I needed a fresh start. By lying about being in witness protection, I was scared you'd judge me. If I told you I had kids and an ex-husband and all this drama, you would have run. Everyone runs. So you made up an entire fake government program instead? I didn't know how else to explain why I couldn't talk about my past. Here's a thought. Tell the truth. Say you're divorced, you have kids, you wanted a fresh start. That's a normal thing people do. You don't understand. Chase has poisoned everyone against me. If you'd looked him up, you would have believed his version. I did look him up. He's asking you for child support for your kids. That's not poison, that's a court order. Her tears stopped. Just like that. He doesn't need the money. He makes plenty. He just wants to control me. They're your kids too. You're supposed to help support them. They're fine. They have their dad. They don't need my money. The entitlement in her voice was shocking. These were her own children, and she was talking about supporting them like it was optional. How much do you owe? That's none of your business. You made it my business when you lied to me for 3 months and had me funding your life while you dodged court orders. She stood up, grabbed her purse. I don't have to listen to this. You went snooping in my private life. Your Facebook profile auto-filled on my laptop. That's not snooping. And now you're judging me without knowing the full story. Then tell me the full story. Tell me why you abandoned your kids. Tell me why you're hiding from child support. Tell me why you made up witness protection instead of being honest. I didn't abandon them. God, you sound just like Chase. I'm nothing like Chase. I just don't like being lied to. You know what? This is exactly why I didn't tell you. Because I knew you'd react like this. I knew you'd take his side. I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm just done being lied to. She stared at me. So what? We're over? Just like that? Over some Facebook profile? We're over because you lied about being in witness protection for 3 months. We're over because you have kids you never mentioned. We're over because you're dodging legal obligations while I pay for your life. Take your pick. I made one mistake. It wasn't one mistake. It was 3 months of consistent lying. Every time I asked about your past and you gave me the witness protection story, that was a choice to lie. Every time you let me pay for things while claiming the program didn't support you enough, that was a choice. Every time you showed me those fake documents, that was a choice. She just stood there. Then, fine, I'll leave. But don't come crying to me when you realize what you threw away. I won't. She left. Slammed the door so hard my neighbor texted asking if I was okay. I sat there for a long time after. Felt like the world's biggest idiot. Who falls for a fake witness protection story? Who believes that without doing any checking? But mostly I just felt sad for those kids. 2 kids with a mom who'd rather lie to strangers than be in their lives. Update 1. Thought I was done with the whole thing. Should have known better. Started the next day. Text messages from a number I didn't recognize. We need to talk. You're being unreasonable. I can explain everything if you just listen. Ignored them. She kept trying. Different numbers, same message. You're overreacting. This isn't fair. We can work through this. Then she showed up at my apartment. I was home. She knew it. My car was right there in the lot, but I didn't answer. She knocked and called through the door for like 20 minutes. Derek, please. We need to talk like adults. You can't just ignore me. Pretty sure I could. I did. My buddy Jake was over that night, heard the whole story and just shook his head. Man, that's wild. Fake witness protection? Who even thinks of that? Someone avoiding a lot of questions, apparently. You gonna get dragged into her court stuff? How would I? I didn't know her when she ducked the court orders. I'm just the idiot she lied to. Famous last words. Few days later, I get a call from an unknown number. Made the mistake of answering. Derek? Woman's voice, aggressive right off the bat. Who is this? Brittany, Melody's best friend. We need to talk about what you did. What I did? Yeah, she told me everything. How you went through her private stuff, accused her of all this insane crap, dumped her out of nowhere. What's your problem? Did she mention the part where she lied about being in witness protection? Or the part about having 2 kids she doesn't support? She explained all that. The witness protection thing was just because she was scared to tell you about her past, and those kids are fine with their dad. He has plenty of money. So lying for 3 months is okay if you're scared, and dodging child support is fine if the other parent has money? You're being ridiculous. She cared about you. She made one mistake and you're throwing her away. One mistake is accidentally using the wrong name. 3 months of made-up federal programs is not one mistake. Whatever, you men are all the same. She's better off without you. She hung up. I blocked the number, but it didn't stop there. Her mom called me next. Diane. I'd met her once. Melody had said the program allowed limited family contact for her new identity. Derek, honey, she started. All sugar and sympathy. I know Melody made some mistakes, but she's been through so much. Chase was terrible to her, controlling, mean. She had to escape. By abandoning her kids? She didn't abandon them. She left a bad situation. Sometimes mothers have to make hard choices. The hard choice to dodge court orders and lie about witness protection? She was scared. She thought if you knew about the divorce and the kids, you'd see her as damaged. So instead of being honest, she invented a fake government program? It wasn't fake. She showed you documents. Diane, anyone can make fake documents. The witness protection story was never real. She made it up to hide her past. Well, she can't afford the child support anyway. She barely makes anything. Then maybe she should get a better job instead of having her boyfriend pay for everything. You're heartless. Just like Chase. I hope you know you're destroying her. I'm not destroying anyone. I just stopped believing lies. She hung up on me. The entitlement from these people was unreal. They actually believed Melody was the victim, that lying was justified, that avoiding legal responsibilities was acceptable, that I was the bad guy for calling it out. Then came the email from her personal email address. Long and rambling, but the important part was this. She was going to the police, going to report me for financial abuse and threatening to expose her witness protection status. All complete lies. The email ended with, I don't want to do this, but you've left me no choice. If you want to avoid police involvement, we need to talk. She was literally trying to blackmail me. I screenshot everything immediately. Every text, every call log, every email. Called my buddy Phil, who's a lawyer. He read through everything. This is attempted extortion, he said. Classic. She's threatening false reports to manipulate you. So what do? Nothing. Don't respond. If she actually files a police report, we show them all this. The Facebook screenshots, her ex's posts about child support, this extortion email. She'll bury herself. Just wait. Just wait. Document everything, but don't engage. So I waited. Every text she sent threatening police, I screenshot and forwarded to Phil. Every voicemail, saved. Every email, documented. She kept escalating. I'm filing tomorrow if you don't respond. Then, fine, I filed, hope you're happy. Phil called his buddy who works with the local PD, gave him the heads up that false reports might be coming in, said to be ready with documentation. The waiting sucked, but responding would have just made it worse. Update 2. She actually filed. 2 cops showed up at my door last week. My heart was in my throat when I opened the door and saw them. Even though Phil said everything would be fine, having police at your apartment is terrifying. Derek Morrison? Yeah, that's me. We need to ask you some questions about a complaint we received. They explained that Melody had filed a report claiming I'd financially abused her and threatened her safety. Said I'd used her witness protection status to control her. I showed them everything. The Facebook screenshots, her ex-husband's posts about child support, the timeline showing she'd lied for 3 months, the extortion email where she threatened false reports. The older cop's face changed as he read through it. So she's not actually in witness protection? No. She made it up. Used it to explain why she had no social media and couldn't talk about her past. Really, she was just hiding from child support. They asked more questions. How we met, how long we dated when I found out. I answered everything. Showed them my bank statements proving I'd paid for things, not controlled her money. Showed them the documented threats. We'll follow up with her, the older cop said. But based on what you've shown us, her claims don't hold up. You might want to consider a restraining order if the harassment continues. They left. I called Phil immediately. Told you, he said. She tanked her own complaint. Now we have documentation that she filed false reports. That's a criminal offense. Felt relieved, but also exhausted. This was supposed to be over. It wasn't. Next day, she texted from another new number. Hope you're happy. Cops treated me like a criminal. This is your fault. Blocked. Screenshot sent to Phil. Then she found my mom on Facebook. My mom, who I'd barely mentioned, sent her this long message about how I'd destroyed her life and abandoned her when she needed me most. Mom called me confused. Who's Melody? She sent me a very strange message. I explained the whole thing. My mom was furious. She sounds unstable. Stay away from her. I'm trying. She keeps finding new ways to contact me. If she messages me again, I'll tell her exactly where she can go. But the real turn came when her ex-husband found me. Chase messaged me on Facebook. Hey man, heard through some mutual friends you dated Melody recently. Wanted to reach out. She's been dodging child support for 18 months. Courts are trying to find her. If you know where she's staying or working, it would help my kids get what they're owed. I messaged him back. We ended up on the phone for over an hour. The whole story was worse than I thought. Melody had left him about 2 years ago, just packed up one day while he was at work and disappeared. Left their kids with her mom and never came back for them. Never called, I asked. She called her mom to check on them a few times at first, then just stopped. It's been over a year since she talked to them. That's awful. I got full custody, obviously. Filed for child support. She's been running ever since, moving every few months so they can't serve her. She owes over $15,000 in back support now, plus the ongoing monthly amount she's never paid once. The witness protection story is new, I said. He actually laughed. That's creative. She told people I was abusive, told her mom I was controlling. Always someone else's fault, you know? Reality is she just didn't want to be a mom. Wanted to party and be free. Kids cramped her style. So she just left them? Yup, and now when they ask about mommy, I don't know what to tell them. That she'd rather invent fake federal programs than pay her court-ordered support? My chest hurt hearing this. 2 kids growing up with a mom who chose to vanish. I gave him her work address, told him where she'd been staying. He said he'd pass it to his lawyer for the court process. Thanks, man. I know helping her ex probably seems weird, but you're doing right by 2 kids who deserve better. Those kids deserve their support. That's all I know. We hung up. I felt good about it. Not vengeful, just right. But when Melody found out, she absolutely lost it. Started getting texts late that night. You talked to Chase? You gave him my address? What is wrong with you? More texts. Cops came to my work today. I got served at my job. Everyone saw I got fired because of you. I have nothing now. No job, no money, nowhere to go. This is all your fault. I'm going to sue you for harassment and defamation. Blocked the number. Sent everything to Phil. She's spiraling, he said. Keep blocking, keep documenting. She's building our case for us. Brittany called again. You're disgusting. She lost her job. She's basically homeless, all because you couldn't mind your own business. She lied to me and tried to blackmail me. Then she filed false police reports. This is consequence, not my business. She was trying to start over. By abandoning her kids and lying about federal programs, those are pretty serious moral lines to cross. Those kids are fine. Chase has them. And they're legally entitled to support from both parents. That's how child support works. You don't get it. You don't understand what she's been through. I understand she lied, manipulated, extorted, and filed false reports. That's enough. She called me names I won't repeat and hung up. Blocked her too. Phil called me the next morning. Update. Her lawyer contacted me. They're dropping everything. No lawsuits, no harassment claims. They know she has no case. Good. Better news. My buddy in family court says she got served properly. Court date's coming up. She can't dodge it anymore. If she doesn't show, there's a warrant. What about the false report? DA's reviewing it, might pursue charges, depends on their caseload. Everything was catching up to her, not because I orchestrated some big revenge, just because the truth came out and the system started working. Final update. Been quiet for about a week. Figured it was over. Then Diane called me yesterday. Her voice was different, pleading instead of angry. Derek, please, I'm begging you, let this go. Melody's staying with me. She has nothing left. No job, no apartment. She's destroyed. I didn't destroy her, Diane. She did this to herself. She made mistakes, bad choices. Does she really deserve to lose everything? She abandoned her children, lied about federal witness protection, tried to blackmail me, filed false police reports. What should the consequence be? A slap on the wrist? She's my daughter. I'm watching her fall apart. And Chase is watching his kids grow up, wondering why their mom doesn't care enough to even pay her court-ordered support. The money isn't that much. We could work something out privately. That's not how it works. She had 18 months to work something out. She chose to run. Now it's in the courts. You could tell Chase to drop it. I'm not telling Chase anything. His kids deserve their support. Please, for the kids' sake. For the kids' sake, their mom should pay her obligations. That's what's actually good for them. She hung up on me. Got a final email from Melody this morning. I hope you're satisfied. You won. I lost my job, my apartment, everything. Court's in 2 weeks, and I have to face all of this because you couldn't mind your own business. I'll be paying for your vindictiveness for years. Hope it was worth it. I read it twice, deleted it, didn't respond. This was never about revenge. I didn't set out to ruin her life. I just stopped participating in her lies, stopped protecting her from consequences. She chose to abandon her kids, chose to dodge court orders, chose to lie about witness protection, chose to try blackmail when caught, chose to file false reports. Every single consequence she's facing is directly from choices she made. Chase texted me yesterday. Court date set. Lawyer says she can't dodge it this time. Judge won't be lenient after 18 months of avoidance. Kids might finally get what they need. Thanks, man. You helped 2 kids you've never met. Maybe that's the real satisfaction. Not revenge on Melody. Just knowing those 2 kids might actually start getting support. Phil says to expect more contact attempts before court. Told me to keep blocking and documenting. Stay firm. I'm done feeling guilty. She lied. She manipulated. She tried to weaponize the legal system against me. She avoided her responsibilities to her own children. All I did was stop enabling it. Sometimes that's enough. And honestly, finding out at 3 months instead of 3 years, that Facebook autofilling in my browser might be the luckiest accident I've ever had. Life goes on. Back on the apps, but being way more careful now, asking more questions, watching for red flags. One of my friends asked if I'd date someone with kids again. Yeah, absolutely. But someone who actually parents their kids. Someone honest from the start. Melody wasn't a single mom dealing with a tough situation. She was a mom who chose not to be a mom. Huge difference. Court's in 2 weeks. Not my circus anymore, but Chase said he'd let me know how it goes. Said he wants his kids to know people care about them, even strangers who just wanted to do the right thing. That works for me. Moving forward with a clear conscience and way better instincts about who to trust. My girlfriend said, I'm not sure I want to be tied down. I need you to prove you're better than my other options. I replied, a fair request. Then I texted the other option she was seeing and asked him if he wanted to go halves on a storage unit for her stuff. Original post, 31 male. I'm currently packing, not for a trip. I'm packing up my girlfriend's ex-girlfriend's life. My girlfriend, Tessa, 28, and I have been together for 3 years. We've lived together in my condo, my name on the mortgage, my name on the bills, for about a year. She pays for groceries and her half of the internet. It was a good setup. I thought we were solid. I thought we were heading for the thing. Lately she's been distant, always on her phone, laughing at texts and angling the screen away when I walk in, the classic signs. When I'd ask, I got the classic answers, just my sister. Work stuff. Stop being so needy, Leo. I'm not a snooper, but I'm not an idiot. The name Declan with a little fire emoji kept popping up. A lot. A new friend from her pottery class. Right. So last night I decided to just ask. I sat her down and said, "Hey, what's going on with us? You seem distant. And who is this Declan guy?" I expected a fight. I expected gaslighting. I did not expect what she actually said. Tessa put her phone down, sighed like I was a massive inconvenience, and gave me this look. A look of pity? "Leo, look," she said. "I love you. You're great. You're stable. You're sweet." "I feel a butt coming," I said. "It's just, I'm 28. This is my prime. Am I really supposed to just settle? Be tied down?" I just stared. "Settle? We've been building a life. We've been comfortable," she corrected. "And Declan, he's just an option. He's exciting. He's spontaneous. He makes me feel, I don't know." I felt my stomach turn into a block of ice. "An option? Don't get all wounded," she snapped. "This is just how modern dating is. It's a marketplace, Leo, and I'm not sure I want to be tied down to the first good offer. I need you to, I don't know, compete, prove you're better than my other options." She said this, to my face, in my home. While eating the dinner I cooked, the sheer breathtaking arrogance of it, to demote me from partner to contestant in The Bachelorette Tessa's prime. I looked at her stupid, self-satisfied little smile, and all the love, all the warmth just switched off. It was a click, like a breaker flipping. I smiled back, a nice, calm smile. "You're right," I said. "That's a completely fair request. A person should always know their worth on the open market. You need to see what's out there. You should have time to think." Her smile widened. She thought she'd won. "Really? You're not mad?" "Mad? No. I'm just impressed by your honesty. You should go. Take some time. Go, be with Declan. Test drive the exciting option. I'll be here." She practically beamed. "Wow, Leo, you're being so mature about this. This is why I love you." "Okay, I will. I'll go stay with my sister for a few days, clear my head." She grabbed her purse, kissed my cheek. "Don't wait up," and she left. I waited 10 minutes. Then I went to her iPad, which she left behind, logged into her messages. Found Declan's number in her texts. I composed a message. "Hey Declan, this is Leo, Tessa's, apparently stable option. Look, she just told me she's exploring her options and doesn't want to be tied down. She's on her way to stay with her sister, which I'm guessing means she's on her way to you. I'm not interested in competing. I'm packing her stuff. She's got a lot of crap, like a lot, including a giant, obnoxious neon sign that says The Good Life. I'm putting it all in a 10 by 10 storage unit. First month is $180. You seem to be option B. Want to go halves? $90 each." I hit send. My hand was shaking. 3 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Declan. Is this a joke?" "Nope. She told me I need to prove I'm better than you. I'm declining the challenge. I'm just the guy who lives in the condo she's about to be locked out of. She told me you were just a roommate she was trying to get rid of. A sad exes who wouldn't leave." Ouch. Well, this sad ex is packing her 14 pairs of identical black boots. So you in on the storage unit, or am I paying the full $180? She's really, wow, yeah, whatever, $90. Venmo? I'll drop a T in the mail for you. The unit will have 2 locks, one for my T, one for yours. Don't bother. Mail it to her. I'm blocking her number. I don't compete with sad roommates. Good luck, man. You're better off. So, that's one option down. I just Venmo requested him for $90, and he paid it instantly. So now I'm packing. I've got 12 boxes, and I'm not even at her shoes yet. That stupid neon sign, it's her pride and joy. She paid like $1,500 for it. Custom. It's hideous. It bathes the living room in this tacky pink glow. I'm gonna wrap it in bubble wrap, very, very carefully. I'm just a normal guy. I'm an IT project manager. I'm not a hero. I'm just methodical. I've already booked the storage unit online. I've got the locksmith scheduled for 8 a.m. tomorrow. She thinks she has a stable option to fall back on. She's about to find out her options have just been liquidated. Update 1 week later. This has escalated. The entitlement is frankly astounding. Thanks for the support. It's been wild. The return. Tessa came back 2 days after my original post. Not in a few days. 2. Guess her sister's place wasn't as welcoming as she thought. Or maybe Declan, true to his word, ghosted her. I was at my computer when I heard her teeth scrape and fail. Scrape, scrape, jiggle. Then the pounding. Leo, what's wrong with the door? Open up." I took a deep breath, walked over and opened it. I didn't use the chain. I just opened it. She was standing there, suitcase in hand, looking confused and annoyed. Tessa, what's wrong with the lock? My key isn't working. Me, I know, I changed them. Her face went blank. You, what? Why? Me, Tessa, you told me to compete. I declined the offer. The competition is over. You're disqualified. You don't live here anymore. Tessa, you can't be serious. Leo, stop joking. I need to pee. She tried to push past me. I didn't move. I'm not joking. This is my condo. You're not on the mortgage. You're a guest who was asked to leave. Her face crumpled, but not in a sad way, in an angry, how dare you way. Tessa, you're evicting me? Over a conversation? I was just being honest. And I'm being honest now. We're done. Your stuff is safe. My stuff? Where is my stuff? My clothes? My sign? Her eyes darted to the living room wall, which was now beautifully, blissfully blank. Leo, where is my good life sign? It's all in a secure facility, Unit 1 and 12 at the new self-storage place on the bypass. You put my things in storage? How am I supposed to get it? With a key, which I mailed to Declan. I figured since you two were exploring, you could explore your combined assets. He paid for half the unit. The silence. Her mouth opened and closed. She had no script for this. She was looking at a man who was no longer a stable option but a complete stranger. Tessa, you talked to him? You and him? That's psychotic. Me, no. Psychotic is telling your partner of 3 years to compete for you. This is just logistics. You should call him. I can't. He's not. Ugh. You are a monster, Leo. A monster. Okay, you need to leave my doorstep. I closed the door. The screaming that followed was impressive. But that's not the escalation. Oh no, the dirty trick, no social media work, just as requested. The next day I get a knock. I look through the peephole. It's Tessa, and a man I've never seen. Big guy, expensive polo shirt, looks like he owns a car dealership. I open the door. Leo? I'm Roger, Tessa's father. Hello, Roger. My daughter tells me you've illegally evicted her and are holding her property hostage. I'm here to get her things, and I'm here to tell you that you've made a very, very, very big mistake. He was trying to do the intimidating dad thing. It wasn't working. Hello, Roger? Your daughter is not a tenant. She's not on the mortgage or any utilities. She was a guest. She was asked to leave. Her property is not hostage. It's in a secure storage unit that I paid for to keep it safe. Tell him, Daddy. He's stealing my sign. It's worth $1,500. Look, kid. I don't know what games you're playing, but I'm a partner in a multi-state construction firm. I know building codes. I know landlords. I'd hate to have to notice a few things about this building, a few violations. Get your landlord involved. Get the city involved. It could get very expensive for you. This was the new play. Not social media. Extortion. Me, Roger, are you threatening to file fraudulent complaints against my building to the city unless I submit to your daughter's demands? I'm just a concerned citizen, Leo. This balcony looks a little wobbly, doesn't it? Just let her in. Let her get her stuff. We'll be gone. Easy. I smiled. No. Roger's face tightened. No? Me? No. Her stuff is at the storage unit. The unit is paid for 30 days. She can get it anytime. As for this building, it passed inspection 6 months ago when I refinanced. My landlord is a personal friend, so please file your anonymous complaint. I'd love to have it on record. Now get off my property. Roger looked like he was going to explode. He was so used to bullying his way through life. Tessa, Daddy, don't let him talk to you like that. You will regret this, son. You have no idea. They stormed off. 20 minutes later, I got a text from Declan. Declan, holy hell. Her dad just called me, threatened to ruin my credit. What is wrong with these people? I'm dropping the key in the mail to her. I'm done. Don't contact me again. Me, thanks for the heads up. Good luck. So that's where I am, waiting for the anonymous building inspector to show up. Tessa is now keyless and optionless. I'm just exhausted, but also weirdly calm. This isn't even about the betrayal anymore. It's about a simple, logical procedure. She wanted to be a free agent. I just processed her release. Final update. 3 weeks later. It's over. Finally. The last few weeks have been a masterclass in entitled panicked escalation, but I just stuck to the plan. I'm a project manager. I manage chaos. This was just another project. The dirty trick fallout. Roger made good on his threat. I got a call from my landlord, Jim, who is not really a personal friend, but we're cordial. He was Not happy. Jim, Leo, I got a flurry of complaints filed with the city. Anonymous, unsafe decking, improper electrical load, potential plumbing leaks. I've got an inspector coming Thursday. What the hell did you do? I calmly explained the entire situation, the breakup, the compete for me comment, the storage unit, the threat from Roger, the contractor. Jim was silent. He threatened to do this, and then did it? Yep, because I wouldn't let his daughter, who is not on the lease, back into my condo after she told me she was seeing other people. Okay, I'll be there for the inspection. This is harassment. I'll deal with this. The inspector came. He was a grumpy, overworked guy who looked like he'd seen it all. He walked through, checked the balcony. It's concrete, it's fine. Looked at the breaker box. Inspector. Everything's to code. This is new construction. What a waste of my time. Who filed this? We believe it was a vexatious complaint, sir, from a contractor trying to harass my resident. The inspector just grunted, signed his form and left. Roger's grand power play? It failed, and it put him on the city's and my landlord's radar as a crank. The revenge, the police visit. This was the part I was waiting for. Last Tuesday. A knock. 2 police officers. Officer 1. Sir, are you Leo? Yes, officer. How can I help? Officer 2. We're here on a civil standby. A Miss Tessa Luffnam is here to retrieve her property. She says you've been holding it hostage and refusing her access. Tessa was on the curb, arms crossed, looking smug. She finally found the magic words. Officer, I'd be thrilled for her to retrieve her property. I'm not holding it hostage at all. It's not here. Sir, don't make this difficult. Where is it? It's at the storage facility name on the bypass, Unit 112. It is perfectly safe, secure, and I paid the first month's rent to ensure its safety. I handed him the rental agreement, shouting from the curb. He won't give me the key. He's stealing it. My neon sign is in there. It's worth $1,500. Officer, this is a delicate situation. She told me she was exploring her options with another man. So when I moved her things into storage, I gave that man the second key. A Mr. Declan. The first officer looked at his partner. I saw his lip twitch. He was trying not to laugh. Officer 2, sir, you gave the key to the other guy? I figured they were a new item and they could sort out their new joint assets. I've been informed by Mr. M that he has since mailed that key to Miss, so she has the key, or at least it's in her possession. I have no key. I have no access. The property is, as far as I'm concerned, fully in her control. Officer. Ma'am, do you have the key Mr. Declan's mailed to you? That's not, he's supposed to just give it to me. He's playing games. To me. So to be clear, the property is safe. You are not preventing her access. She just needs to use the key she has. That's correct, officer. This is a breakup dispute, not a theft. I've done everything to protect her property. The cop sighed, walked back to Tessa. I couldn't hear everything, but I heard, this is a civil matter, ma'am, and we can't force him to help you move, and you need to use your key. They left. Her checkmate move failed. The final fallout. I've been left alone since the police visit. The campaign of entitlement just stopped. But I got one last piece of information. A text from a number I didn't recognize. It was Declan. Declan, hey, last time I swear. I mailed the key to her, certified mail. She refused to sign for it. It got sent back to me. Her dad, Roger, then called me again and threatened to report me to the IRS for my freelance work. So I did what any sane person would do. I drove to the storage unit. I used my key. I took one item out, the giant, hideous, The Good Life neon sign. Then I left the key in the unlocked unit, called the storage company, told them I was relinquishing my access, and that the unit was now the sole problem of Leo. The sign is currently in my living room. It's kinda cool, actually. Tell Tessa she can buy it from me. $1,500, Venmo. Don't reply. Blocking this number now? I sat there and just laughed. I laughed for about 5 minutes. That magnificent bastard. The artifact she was going to sue me for has been legally acquired by Option B. He's now holding her $1,500 sign hostage. I'm free. I had to pay a $50 improper move-out fee to the storage company to have the unit cleared and her stuff, which was now legally abandoned by both of us, auctioned off. So my total Idiot tax. For 3 years with Tessa, $250 for the locksmith, $180 for the storage unit, $50 for the abandonment fee. Total, $480. To be free of her, her father, and her options? A bargain. I don't know what happened to her other 12 boxes of stuff. I don't care. My condo is quiet. The tacky pink glow is gone. I'm not dating. I'm not moving on in some movie montage way. I'm just sitting here in my quiet, clean, drama-free home. She wanted to test the market. The market tested her and she lost. That's a good enough project completion report for me.